The capacitor is a component that is used for storing electrical charge to be used later on. So in a way, it's kind of like a battery. Its unit is farad, and that's why you see this F is 4. And sometimes, or most of the time, you'll see this U shape, and that means microfarad, a millionth of a farad. So let's have a look at it in action here in this LED timing sequence circuit. So when we run the circuit, we see that the LEDs are sequenced to come on and off. When one is on, the other one is off. Okay. Now, let's have a look at the capacitor in the circuit here. So we got a positive and a negative current flowing into the capacitor. Inside the capacitor, you got two plates that are very, very close together. And those plates will store an electric charge. I suppose kind of like a static shock that you might get sometimes if you touch metal. You get this little spark. That's what's happening here between these two plates. There's a charge being stored in between the two plates. There might be a film of plastic in there, and that charge is going to be used later on. Let's have a look at the wire. So we got this wire coming out of the capacitor, and it's connected to the transistor down here. So we got high voltage going into the transistor, and then none. And that's when the capacitor is sending that voltage through. Okay, so it builds up and sends through 700 millivolts. So nearly a volt has been sent from the capacitor into the transistor here, which, as we know, the transistor will then act like a switch. It switches, and when it switches on, current can flow through it, meaning that this LED can now come on because it's now opened up this part of the circuit. Okay, when that LED switches off, current is flowing down through here, charging up the capacitor to switch on the other transistor down here to make this LED over here light up.